meant to do my hair today, but what's the point? I made some chorizo and eggs for my boyfriend this morning and it smells glorious. And bacon. I haven't combed my hair in like 2 days. Stupid maintenance guy is always out there with the lawnmower. Let me tell you a secret. I hate picking up dog shit. I always make sure like that there's no neighbors looking at me and my dogs while I go take them out to go potty. As soon as that turd drops, we run. Hi guys! Alright! The glare on my glasses is real. So it's time for one of those me answering all of your emails from askjarmaine@gmail.com. I've been gathering your guys' emails and just kind of compiling them together. Some of you guys write long ass emails. I've got no problem with that. I think the stories are so interesting and I just feel like I'm closer to you guys when you write to me because I know what department I can help. Let me just bronze it up just a little bit. This one is from Journey and Jones. Hey Journey! One of my favorite bands, by the way.
Dear Jermaine, I'm in a relationship and we're together 3 years with a lot of ups and downs. Lately, we've been distant. I've been working, going to school, and getting promoted, and he's been working and going to school as well, leaving us with no time to talk or hang out. But there's this guy at work who is a good friend, but has a crush on me. What should I do? So
I take it we have a situation here called premeditation cheating. Listen, some people listen to their hearts and some listen to their V's and D's. This is a clear situation of solace. If you're not finding what you need in your relationship, then you're gonna seek out and find it elsewhere. If you're gonna get yourself involved in a sticky situation or, with possible bad consequences, then you may want to rethink it. Girl, you are young. You may go through 1,000 until you find the right one that's gonna marry your heart. Just think about it a little bit. When for my situation, he was like my best friend and he still is my best friend. So we have that like solid foundation. So even if you're not together, you still have a friendship. So just make sure that friendship is intact. Oh, aloha, Jermaine. My name is Ellie. I'm from, Ella, and I'm from Oahu.
My boyfriend is in the military and I'm already in my first year of college. We barely see or talk to each other. We have a long distance relationship and I'm wondering how to deal with this situation.
Well, Ella, I personally have never been in a long distance relationship and truthfully and honestly, that stuff doesn't work for me. Love to me is a physical thing. If I don't have him physically when I need him, to me that's just like a disconnect. And that's the tough thing about being in a long distance relationship is that you can't always have the person when you want them there. I'm guessing in a situation like this where you have a long distance relationship, talk to him and see where you guys can meet somewhere in the middle of the map. But if you're feeling uneasy about being in a long distance relationship, if that was me in this situation, my advice would be dump his ass, find yourself a nice big Samoan man in Hawaii where you guys can play ukulele love music all day. What is this? But if you're into your long distance relationships, absence does make the heart grow fonder. But my question is, what about the vagina?
Dear Jeremy, I wanted to ask you, how and where does one start our own channel? I know it will take some time to get up to where I want to be as far as success and getting viewers and subbies. However, I don't know where to start. Type of camera, content, etc.
Well, Marichu, I'm so happy that you want to be on YouTube. Yay! I get questions like this a lot, and really my best advice is don't overthink about your production. It doesn't matter if you're recording off an iPhone, VCR, off of an Anycam. It doesn't matter where or what type you film with. Honestly, people don't care what kind of cameras you film with. They just care about your personality, your ability to connect with your audience. That is what the capture is. And don't worry about the success that you potentially may have, because you know what? All that will naturally fall into place if it's meant to happen for you. And if you just focus on yourself and not worry about what other people are doing, then you create this identity that you're comfortable with. Okay, so here's another one from Velma.
Dear Jeremy, I've always suffered from depression and anxiety. I've had some bad days, but recently those days have been getting worse. I hate having negative thoughts and people think I'm mentally crazy. I hate that I'm on medication and therapy. I don't know how to control my thoughts. It is controlling my life. Any tips that would be helpful?
I've had my share of being mental. I'm sure all of us girls have had those days. I've had to question, am I a borderline psycho? And I know that your thoughts are super hard to control, but you can really do it if you just focus your mind on getting out of the bad thoughts. I've been hormonal for like the past 3 days and I feel so bad for my boyfriend, but it's kind of his fault. One good way to control your thoughts is to distract your thoughts. Like for me, if I go on a binge of just negative thinking, usually a couple of days later I would feel really, really bad for being like so mean or being a bitch. And it's really a vicious cycle with your mind. Once you start going on that negative train, then everything starts to go downhill. You think that the world is just out to get you. I've had my share of really bad depression and anxiety. And but you have to practice to control your thoughts. Remember what I've said? Change your mind, change your world. Think of your mind as like a blank canvas. You paint a picture of how you want to design your reality. Ooh, poet and didn't know it. Another tip is certainly to just distract your thoughts. Go out for a run, do something that you enjoy, read a book, have a glass of wine. No, don't go there.
Dear Jarmaine, my boyfriend and I have been together for 5 years. We've been arguing a lot, and recently our 5-year anniversary came up. We did absolutely nothing. But there's this guy. The problem is, I'm starting to like him. I love my boyfriend, but I like this guy. What should I do?
Ha ha! There's always a guy. First of all, I just want to say congratulations on your 5-year anniversary. I personally have been with mine for 5 years also. And let me tell you what, every relationship goes through this kind of stuck in a rut kind of situation. When you feel like things are just stagnant. In my world, that's called marriage. Sometimes we get bored in the relationship. So we kind of seek out elsewhere where we find fun. When you start to explore fun, you may make some bad decisions. So here's my advice, because I've been down this road. Grab a piece of paper and write down all the places you guys have been to and all the things that you guys used to do and put them in a jar. And every once a week, pick out something from that jar and do it together. I did this about months and months ago, and what I did is I grabbed one of these empty cards and a Sharpie and write down the things that you remember of each other. Like when you first go out, like what was the first thing you guys did? Like had ice cream? For my boyfriend and I, one day I was just hella bored out of my mind. I want to blow his face off. I just started writing down the things that, meant a lot to us when we were first going out. Like, the things that we enjoy. So every Friday, he or I would pick out randomly in here. Oh, cooking class. Howie, we'll cook for you, my dear. So cooking class, we would take a cooking class on the weekend. So it's just kind of like finding activities that you guys can do together to make you reconnect. Bike ride. Ew.
Dear Jarmaine, from my past relationships with guys and being hurt before, I decided that I want to stay single forever. I convinced myself to never marry and have children. Am I being selfish for wanting to be alone?
There was a point when I had my heart broken in like 7th grade and I never thought I could look at a boy ever again. Well, that backfired. I wanted to date all these guys just to shove it in his face. And listen, for me, before, I never really cared for marriage or children. First of all, marriage. I never really thought that I would be able to get married because, I look at my parents' marriage and they've been married for so long, it's gross. And marriage is just a piece of paper. What's the difference? Now, children is the challenging one. If I could give birth to dogs, my shop will be open 24/7. Yeah, I like children. I just, sometimes I think I get scared of having children because I look at my mom and I think, oh no, look how I turned out. It's not because you don't want the two, it's just that you haven't really found somebody that you can see yourself have those two, I don't know if you guys know, but there's no secrets here in the Jarmaine channel. My boyfriend is a lot older than me, and he has children and he's been married. So I look at that and I'm thinking, that sounds like a nice idea because he's a good dad. Then I look at myself and I'm thinking, can I really handle that responsibility? I don't necessarily think that that's being selfish. It's just not what you want for yourself at the moment. When the time is right, it'll be all right.
Dear Jarmaine, it's been a while since I've been single and I don't know how to get back out there. Do you have any tips on how to make yourself seem approachable?
Girl, just get the tallest heels you got, the shortest dress you own, and the double, triple, quadruple push-up bra that you own. Just walk around like,
pretty woman, look at my vagina, pretty woman.
there is some boy who's gonna be bound to be crazy about you. So, you know, I would say, if you're single, work on your confidence a little bit. I think confidence is the most sexiest thing in a woman. If you work on your confidence, it don't matter how ugly level scale you are, it's more attractive. If you're single, your expectations are always quite high. But you know what? Don't have expectations when you're single because you will get disappointed. And trust me, guys aren't easily disappointed sometimes. Some of them. Ow. That was karma, by the way. If you want a boyfriend just to have a boyfriend, then you're better off with just a dog. Dogs are more loyal, they're sweet. Dogs don't talk. So yeah, that's my advice on being single. Obviously it's not a very good advice because I've never been single and I just always seem to attract somebody that I don't really want at the moment. But you know, it all works out. So yeah, you guys, those are just my brief advices. I figured I'd put them all in one just so that I don't have to go through like 1,000 emails. If you have any more topics that you would like me to discuss, do it at askjarmaine@gmail.com, and I would love to comprise all of your emails into one talking video. So thank you guys so much for writing to me. I appreciate them. I love reading them. So keep on coming, and I will see you guys in my next video. Protect your cookie. Bye.